Hey, I'm Mas. I'm the founder of Q. So when it comes to pricing your services for your agency, there's basically four. So one is subscriptions, fixed, contract, and then a hybrid approach. We really recommend the hybrid approach, and I'll tell you why towards the end of this video. But let's run through each and every one, and I'll give you the pros and cons from what we've seen based on our data of everyone that uses our platform. And all of our customers, they use a wide variety of them. So the first one is subscriptions. The value of subscription is that you have transparent pricing. And because you have transparent pricing, sales process are a lot shorter. Companies will come to your website and they see a pricing, they explain to their co-founder or their partners, hey, they cost $3,000 a month. We're going to submit them requests for Webflow designs or SEO or marketing related stuff, and they're going to submit it back to us. We can pause and cancel anytime. So it makes the selling process a lot easier because your pricing is transparent, and they can explain to their colleagues how much you cost. The negative aspect of subscription is that you'll have a higher churn rate, unfortunately. And the reason why is because it just makes it really easy for them to pause or cancel. So while your subscription model is more predictable in revenue, you will have a higher churn rate, so you do need steady leads in. And thankfully, subscriptions are really easy to get leads for because you don't need to get on a Zoom call or have a meeting to convince them that your services are worth it, and then write out the proposal, making sure they get paid. You just have a buy button on your website, like Amazon does, right? The second option is fixed pricing. We really recommend fixed pricing if you're in a specific type of industry. So for example, if you're doing video editing for product launches, usually they won't need another product launch video anytime soon. So it makes sense to just charge a fixed amount, let's say $7,000, and finish the video and they're gone, right? If you are, however, into video editing and you're managing a social media channel, like a YouTube channel or a TikTok channel, then subscription makes a 100% sense. Your clients are going to be sending you videos every single day, probably, or every single week, and you're going to edit them and send them back. This is a routine business. So in this situation, a subscription makes more sense than a fixed price. And that brings me on to the third type of pricing, which is contract-based. Contract-based basically means you get on a Zoom call, you figure out exactly what your client needs for the project they're going to be working on, and you write a proposal and you send it over to them. So it sounds really simple, but the negative part about contract is you got to figure out the pricing, and it's usually value-based and not time-based, because you are going to be hopping on Zoom calls a lot more. You're going to be on a lot more Slack channels, and so there's a lot of back and forth going on, and sometimes it could take 1 month, or sometimes it could take even 12 months, and you have to account for how big of the size of the teams you need, the length of the project, how much effort is going to go into those projects, and you have to price it accordingly. And that's why sales process for contracts are much longer, but the contract sizes are a lot bigger. The way we've seen it is a hybrid approach is really, really good. And that's the last one so far in our list. The hybrid approach basically means you're going to be working with a contract, and after that contract is finished, you're going to offer them a subscription model. Usually they do want a tier 1 or tier 2, like a lower priced option. And that's why on your website, what we recommend is always have multiple tiers for your pricing. So you have a tier 1 subscription, tier 2 subscription, and then the enterprise. And the enterprise means that it's going to be a contract followed by a possible subscription afterwards. And the best time to offer that subscription is towards the end of the project, where you've proven your value, your clients are happy, and here is your opportunity to go and say, hey, you loved our work, right? How about keeping us on board so we can continue to make these routine design updates or routine video editing for your channel, and it's not going to be like $50,000 like this contract was, but it's going to be like only $500 to $2,000 a month, and we'll do X amount of edits or X amount of hours per month. And usually that is a really great approach. You've proven your value with the contract, and now you can offer a subscription. And like I said, the reason why I really recommend you have a tiered pricing on your website is so your clients can just choose. Airbnb probably won't hire you for subscription on a $2,000 a month. They probably hire you for a large contract, but a startup might hire you for $2,000 a month because they need things done fast. And that's where your multiple tiers comes in. So I recommend give multiple tiers a shot and making the sure last one is enterprise and seeing how that goes. But that's the kind of success we've seen at Q. Usually the larger enterprise companies in our platform makes around 5 million plus per year. They usually do a hybrid approach. Anyways, I hope you found this video really helpful. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I'm happy to answer them. Thanks.